Jonathan Barratt is Chief Executive of Barratt's Bulletin.com. It's a commodities markets newsletter. Jonathan, thanks so much for joining us. Okay, let's just get your view on this oil price right now. $105 a barrel on that WTI contract. What is that actually pricing in right now?
Yeah, Rishaad, look, quite an aggressive move, particularly over the last couple of trading sessions for oil. I think what it's trying to do, it's trying to price in, obviously, resolution or some form of resolution in Greece, demand out of the US, but more importantly, some Middle Eastern premium seems to be started to be built in. And I think it's that widening in the premium that we're expecting that's actually supporting the price.
Well, tell me something, of course, that the war of words between Iran and the US continues. Now, if that rhetoric continues for a while, and also if we saw some military action, I mean, how high could oil go?
Look, I think that the key there is what action is actually taken. We're looking at a view that there is a stalemate, and the stalemate exists between Iran and obviously the US and obviously the UN. So I think there is a stalemate, and I think these talks can continue. Now, what we are concerned about is that someone does something very silly. And obviously that has to lie with the Straits of Hormuz, because as we know, 35% of seaborne oil goes through those straits. So if Iran decided to do anything, then I think you will, and by blocking the straits, then I don't think you're going to get much change out of it, at least 140, 150. So it is going to be quite crucial to see. I don't think Iran would do it, but if they are pushed, then you could see something. Remember, we are hearing a little bit of, I guess, more sabre rattling from Iran if Iran's interests were in any way harmed, that they would do something. But I think it's just something to say rather than any positive action will come from it.
Okay, and what about the risk premium as far as gold goes? People, of course, seek it as a haven. They're also seeking the dollar right now as a haven, with it strengthening too. And we've got some more bullish economic data coming out of Washington. Yeah.
It's actually an interesting play because that nexus is clearly broken. Gold's had a terrific run just over the last, 48 hours. 1720, 1780 last night. And it is interesting as to the reasons why. We actually feel that the market's feeling its way into more of a deficit in terms of supply-demand. Q3 numbers showed a small deficit emerging. And if you think over the last 2 months, demand for ETPs has increased dramatically. In fact, each month we're looking at close to 600,000 ounces. So we're taking that out of the supply, and someone has to come in and buy it. Also, we're seeing more demand from the central bank in China lifting up its imports of gold. So I think it's a combination of things for the precious metal, but at the moment I think it looks quite well bid.
All right, well, what about silver? It's, well, not so precious, but many people have actually favoured silver over gold, and but those gains have never really materialised that they were expecting.
Yeah. Look, I think just to be patient with the silver trade. Silver's trading right on resistance around that 34.50 through to 35.20. If we can get through that 35.20, then I can really see a good push for silver. It is lagging gold's movements at the moment, there's no doubt about that, but if we can clear that, I see good things happening for silver. Remember, silver is more of an industrial metal as well as a precious metal, so it should get demand from both sides. I think it's just lagging. I actually do prefer, in terms of movement, silver over gold, but also I like gold very much.
Silver, your top pick so far as commodities go, or is there something else you got in mind?
I like silver a lot. That is one of my top picks because it just has lagged the market a little bit. And also I feel that great big supply we had has been eaten into over the last couple of months. In fact, that supply of the market I think is reduced around about 40%. So if we can get some good economics, some precious metal demand, then I think you'll find that silver will continue to have that good pickup.
Jonathan, great talking to you as ever. Jonathan Barratt there from Barratt's Bulletin.com.